And we welcome you live from the Enderun Colleges in Taguig City as we bring you the Pinoy Liga Cup, the big dance, round of 32, where we see the bells of the ball, the cream of the crop that rises to the top, go at it in a single knockout format to find out the one true top collegiate champion. My name is Diego Del Paz, and we are bringing you our matches this afternoon. Our first game, it will be between MAPUA and MLQU, and in our main game later on this afternoon, it will be Emilio Aguinaldo College against Ames. Right now, our first matchup will feature MLQU Stallions, which played in the NAASCU, and they finished 10th out of 10 teams. But Coach Joshua Nicolas said they're going to try to fight and find their rhythm going, especially that their team has just convened together, just a few days ago, just a few weeks ago. So they will gauge how their performance will be as they run up to their main league. While for the Mapua Cardinals, they are definitely one of the top powerhouse teams in the NCAA, and they're about to get their campaign going, heading into season 100. And right now, let's go to our Coliseum announcer, Ryan Anthony Pajaro, for the introduction of the starting fives. And it's history in the making right here. MAPUA, MLQU for the right to move forward to the round of 16 and getting one step closer to becoming the first big dance champion here in the Pinoy Liga Cup. MLQU gets first possession right here. Jadi Antonio starting for the Stallions, flanked by Charles Berdos at the backcourt. Sean Haven Julian will be the big man in the middle, while Gabby Dino and Gregory Tolentino II will be the forwards. While for the Mapua Cardinals, it will be Cyril Gonzalez and Cyrus Nitura at the backcourt, Resty Fornis at the middle, Jamir Eligado and Kendall Valentin at the forward spots. Down to the last 5 seconds on the shot clock. The jumper, nothing but air, but for Jadi Antonio. And the 24-second shot clock rang out. And it will be Mapua basketball. So Mapua will be heading into NCAA Season 100 with a lot of key veterans missing. And basically, they're going to have a brand new lineup entering the upcoming season. And scoring the first basket of the big dance is Jadi Antonio on the fast break. 2-zip for the Stallions. Cyrus Nitura kicks it out to Fornis. Corner shot doesn't fall through for Kendall Valentin. Reset of the shot clock here, down to 10 seconds for Mapua. Fornis, no good. A great defensive stop for the MLQU Stallions. They go here to Gabby Dino. The handoff to Jadi Antonio. 3 on the way, short. And we have a whistle on the floor. And a holding foul on Resty Fornis. And entering for the Mapua Cardinals is Brix Reno for Resty Fornis. Baseline inbound here for MLQU. And an offensive foul called against MLQU. It's on June Tolentino. Down to the last 8 minutes and 20 of quarter number 1. Cyril Gonzalez trying to make his move. What a spin move for Cyril Gonzalez, taking his defender on that spin cycle move. 2-all. 2 minutes gone by here in quarter number 1. MLQU Stallions putting on the pressure against Mapua here, and another offensive foul on MLQU, this time on Sean Haven Julian. Right now it's been a great defensive matchup between these two squads. Nitura gives it up here to Brix Reno. Handoff to Cyril Gonzalez. Launches the 3. 1, 2, 3. And Mapua with a 5-2 lead. Charles Berdos against Kendall Valentin. 10 seconds on the shot clock, stolen away by Cyrus Nitura. Nice find inside to Jamir Elgado, but loses the handle at the baseline. Seven minutes and 10 remaining in the first period. Yuki Enciso, one of the 3 key players mentioned to me by Coach Joshua Nicolas. Jumper with 10 on the shot clock, no good for Gregory Tolentino. And here comes Mapua on the attack. Cyril Gonzalez, the step-through move, no good on that floater. And here comes the Stallions galloping. They give it up here to Gabby Dino, the jumper, no good. The long offensive board, and no good for Sean Haven Julian. Here comes Cyrus Nitura to Gives it up there to Brix Reyno. Now inside. The shot in heavy traffic for Jamir Eligado. And now the Stallions running and scoring is Chadi Antonio. MLQU just down by 1 here. Nitura fakes the 3, takes it anyway. Short. And the putback missed by Brix Reyno. And on the attack, what a block there by Kendall Valentin. Entering the ball game for Mapua will be Andre Macaranas, replacing Kendall Valentin. MLQ having a hard time inbounding that leather and stolen away by Cyril Gonzalez. Gonzalez all alone and making that layup. 7-4 for the Cardinals. And a steal here by Mapua. All alone goes Brix Reyno. And it's 9-4 for Mapua. And Coach Joshua Nicolas not happy. We'll be back after the short break. Huh? Kayang-kaya yan. I just called them a 2 games last night.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we're back in action here at the Big Dance. And after that MLQU timeout, and we've got a quick timeout called by Mapua. 5 minutes and 20 remaining here in quarter number 1. And we're back to you live here at the Enduran Gym in Taguig City. 5 minutes and 20 remaining, and Mapua coming off a timeout of their own after forcing MLQU to that 8-second violation. 3 from the corner. Slide smooth, strike strong for Cyril Gonzalez. 11-4 is our count. And we have and Cyril Gonzalez called for that foul. Sideline inbound here for MLQU. The handoff from Sean Haven Julian. Yuki Enciso now trying to make a move, double team. And MLQU could not form their offense here. Cyril Gonzalez gives it to Nitura. Skip pass here to Andre Macaranas. No good. And the rebound by Sean Haven Julian. And a foul given up by Cyrus Nitura. And now let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano, for this report on the Mapua Cardinals.
Thank you so much, Diego. I had the chance to talk to MAPUA Cardinals head coach J.R. Carlos, and I asked him about his active playing roster for today's matchup. And he said these players mostly belong to their Team B. Even so, they aim to max out the opportunity for the boys to adapt to their system as they undergo residency. This paves the way for them to strengthening their place as a team. Let's see if the Cardinals will capitalize on their experience and height advantage against the MLQU Stallions in this ball game. That's all for now. Back to you, Diego.
All right, thank you, Daphne Lozano, for that report on the MAPUA Cardinals. And yes, we have a couple of players that are undergoing residency for the MAPUA Cardinals, including Cyrus Nitura, who made the jump from Perpetual Help to MAPUA, so going from South to Manila. And here comes Kenneth Mensa. Oh, correction, that's Andre Macaranas, and could not make that basket. Here comes MLQU. They're having a hard time with their offense, but earlier hit a three. Will it be a second one? And yes, sir, Bob. Gabby Dino hits from long distance. 11-10 is our count. Here comes MAPUA. The handoff here to Cyrus Nitura. Shot clock winding down. 10 seconds remaining. They kick it out. Three on the way. And an answer right back for Brix Reyno. 14-10 for the Cardinals of Intramuros. And we have a foul called against Cyrus Nitura. And it sends MAPUA to the penalty. And it will be 2 foul shots for Yuki Enciso. And we'll see the return of Jadi Antonio to the fold for the Stallions. First free throw swishes in for Yuki Enciso, making this a 14-11 ball game. And Enciso goes 2 out of 2, 14-12. Cyril Gonzalez closely marked here by Lauro de Guzman. Cyril Gonzalez, 17 feet out, no good in that jumper. The rebound by Kendall Valentin, and the reset here for MAPUA. And the foul was fished and drawn by Cyril Gonzalez. Jun de Guzman, a little too aggressive on his defensive stance on Cyril Gonzalez, and he will send Gonzalez to the foul line for 2 shots. We're down to the last 3 minutes and 2 of quarter number 1. Gonzalez makes 2 out of 2, extends their advantage to 4. MLQU now at their front court, trying to find a way to punch through this tight MAPUA defense. And MAPUA successfully defends their side of the floor. Now Cyril Gonzalez attacks, drives by and gets another trip to the foul line, nearly completing a 3-point play in the process. Gregory Tolentino gets whistled for that foul. Cyril Gonzalez makes 1 out of 2. He made the last 3 points so far of MAPUA. Checking into the ball game is Kendall Valentin, back in the fold for MAPUA. Coming down to the last 2.5 minutes of quarter number 1, in what has been a close matchup here in this round of 32 tie between MAPUA and MLQU. And here comes MAPUA. Andre Macaranas Gives it up to Joshua Pabilona. Can't make that one. But Noel Agemeni with the putback. 20-12. Oh, wow. A volleyball spike for Joshua Pabilonia. Sends it to the front row. Down to the last 2 minutes of quarter number 1. 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock for MLQU. They go to the corner. 3 on the way. And it's a 3-point shooting foul drawn against Kendall Valentin. And shooting 3 will be Jadi Aton. So Coach Joshua Nicolas earlier said Jadi Antonio, Yuki Enciso, and Gabby Dino are 3 of the main guys that he is relying on this current lineup. And they are trying to find a way to get out of the cellar where they finished in last season's NAASCU tournament. 2 out of 3 from the foul line for Jadi Antonio. Gabby Dino replacing Yuki Enciso for the final minute and 45 of quarter number 1. Both teams already in penalty. And the ball goes off the foot of Kendall Valentin, and MLQU will regain possession. A near steal there by Andre Macaranas. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 4 seconds remaining for MLQU to get it to the front court. And we have a foul off the ball and another 2 free throws for MLQU. Kendall Valentin whistled for his second personal foul. And Jadi Antonio will take to the 4.5 meter stripe. Cuts the lead to 5 and possibly can bring it down to 4 with this made free throw. Yes, he does. And entering the ball game will be David James Manriza, replacing Lauro de Guzman. 4-point distance enjoyed here by MAPUA. The drive and a near 3-point play for Andre Macaranas. But instead, he will have to earn his 2 points from the 4.5 meter stripe. Assistant coach J.R. Carlos is now trying to rally the troops here, as MLQU has been pesky and very hard to shake off. Oh for 2 from the foul line for Andre Macaranas, but what a rebound and putback for Resty Fornis. Extends this lead back to 6. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Stifling defense here by MAPUA, and MLQU cuffs up the leather. MAPUA trying to settle things down here. Near turnover, and it's a backcourt violation on Resty Fornis. That pass by Kendall Valentin a little too high, or actually too low for Resty Fornis to handle. .30 seconds left. 10 on the shot clock for Gabby Dino. Steps back. Decides to give it up to Jadi Antonio. Shot clock down to 3. The shot by Antonio uses glass. The bank is open on a Tuesday. It's down to a 2-point lead. Correction, 3-point lead for MAPUA. 10 seconds remaining. The shot, the drive, no good for Kendall Valentin, and he is down and holding on to his leg. 5.6 remaining. All right, looks like he was able to shake it off. Kendall Valentin felt like a James Bond martini, shaken and probably stirred. But in his place will be Jamir Eligado. 5.6 remaining here in quarter number 1. Eligado. And what a steal here by David James Manriza. 1 second left. Manriza could not make that three-point heave at the end of the quarter. 22-19 in favor of the MAPUA Cardinals against the MLQU Stallions. Second quarter of action up next.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Up the dance round of 32. We're in the second quarter of this matchup between the NCAA's MAPUA Cardinals against NAASCU's MLQU Stallions. 22-19 in favor of the Cardinals. And Cyril Gonzalez goes bang, bang, boom to start the second quarter. 25-19 for the Cardinals. MLQU on the attack. Nice find to a cutting Jadi Antonio, but could not make that basket. Cyril Gonzalez settling the troops here. Gonzalez puts up the mid-range jumper, no good. And another rebound, this time by Jadi Antonio. Here comes MLQU. They go to the left corner. The three goes down smooth and strikes hard for Gabby Dino. 25-22. For Nis, the extra pass. Nice find underneath to Ringgold Mejia. 27-22. The Cardinals having a hard time shaking off the pesky MLQU Stallions. Shot clock down to 10. Three on the way, no good. And here comes MAPUA. Cyril Gonzalez facing tough defense here from Charles Berdos. Agemenyi, nice find underneath once again to Ringgold Mejia. And they've been dumping the ball down low to Mejia on their last two possessions. 7-point advantage for MAPUA. And top of the key, three for Jadi Antonio. Makes this a 4-point ball game once more. Gonzalez gets his defender on skates, missing that 3-point jumper, and Hubert Castro gets the board. Charles Berdos gives it up here to Gregory Tolentino. Three ball on the way, no good for Charles Berdos. And Mapua gains possession. Ooh! And a steal here for MLQU and a man down for Mapua. And it's a 5-on-3 attack for MLQU. Still a man down here for Mapua on the other end. That is Kenneth Mensah. And he is writhing in pain on the other end. And all of his teammates holding on to their jerseys as Mensah is still face flat on the Enderon gym floor. Seven minutes and 21 remaining here in quarter number 2. And we hope it's nothing serious here for Kenneth Mensah. (29-25) 29-25 still in favor of Mapua. And let's take a look at this. Take a look at this replay of the action earlier. So as we see this fast break play, ooh, so there wasn't contact there on Kenneth Mensah, and he just crumpled to the ground. Not a good sign for Mapua. Yeah, Gonzalez made that attack, that forward pass meant for Mensah, but Mensah just crashed to the ground. His defender did not even touch him, and right now our medics are attending to Mensah. But before we proceed further with this ball game, let's take a short break. We'll be right back with more action from the Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance round of 32.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid. gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
And we are back inside the Enduran Gym in Taguig City as we bring you the Pinoy Liga Cup, the big dance, round of 32. And we had a break in the action as MAPUA big man Kenneth Mensah went down with what appeared to be a knee injury. And we will get word from our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano shortly. 29-25, Mapua is still leading with 7 minutes and 21 remaining here in quarter number 2. And a turnover right away from MLQU off of that extended break. And action continues here in this round of 32 matchup. Agamenyi, an offensive foul called against Ringgold Mejia on that illegal screen. It was called by our crew chief, Dennis Escaros. Umpire 1, of course, is Eric Mendoza, and umpire 2 is Janela Alba. Tight defense here by Cyrus Netura on MLQU's Charles Burdos. And possession will go to Mapua after another turnover by MLQU. Shot clock down to 15 for Agamenyi. And a steal by Charles Burdos. Burdos chased down there by Noel Agamenyi, but down on the ground is Burdos hitting the stanchion. But looks like Burdos is all right. It's a 29-27 lead for Mapua. Cyril Gonzalez to Mejia, to Cyrus Netura. Netura drives baseline. Nice find to Agamenyi. The fake, the reverse layup, no good for Agamenyi. And it goes out of bounds off of MLQU. And returning to the ball game is Jamir Eligado, as well as Andre Macaranas. 5.8 seconds on the shot clock for Mapua, and a turnover for Mapua off of Cyrus Netura. Here comes MLQU. Yuki Enciso gives it up to Charles Burdos. Heavily guarded by Cyrus Netura. Around 3 inches of height advantage given up here by Burdos. Shot clock down to 6 and an offensive foul against MLQU. And it's on Yuki Enciso. Quick substitutions here for Mapua. Now entering the ball game is Brix Reyno for Resty Fornis. Jamir Eligado. Handoff to Cyril Gonzalez. And what a move there for Jamir Eligado. Extends his advantage back to 4, 31-27. Nearing the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Floater no good for Jadi Antonio. And here comes Mapua. Outlet pass to Cyrus Netura. The fake, the shot off glass. Nice find by Cyril Gonzalez to a streaking Cyrus Netura. MLQU finding themselves in a 6-point hole. They give it up to Jadi Antonio. 10 under 24. They go to the right corner. The fake, the shot, no good for Charles Burdos. And here comes Mapua. Gonzalez gets the ball back from Brix Reyno. Reyno gives up the screen. Drive there by Cyril Gonzalez, no. But Burdos gets the second jump and the putback opportunity, but misses. And he will have to earn his points from the foul line. Returning to the ball game will be Gregory Tolentino for MLQU, replacing Sean Haven Julian. Brix Reyno 0 for 1 from the foul line so far. Reyno goes 0 for 2, but the rebound and putback is good for Jamir Eligado. 35-27, 8-point lead by MAPUA. Great passing there for MLQU, but telegraphed by Cyrus Netura. And it's off to the races for the Cardinals, but a turnover by Brix Reyno could not handle that Cyrus Netura pass. .405 remaining here in quarter number 2. 10 on the shot clock for MLQU. Charles Burdos drives, kicks it out. Yuki Enciso gives it up to Charles Burdos for the right corner 3-point shot. Three minutes 35 remaining in quarter number 2. And before we continue with the action, let's go to the courtside reporter Daphne Lozano for an update on Kenneth Mensah.
During the early minutes of the second quarter, Kenneth Mensah of the MAPUA Cardinals experienced an unfortunate incident where he dislocated his right knee. His teammates immediately went to him to console him as he is unable to stand up. As of this very moment, he is waiting for transportation to the nearest hospital for immediate care. Back to you, Diego.
All right, thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, for the report. As an update for that injury sustained by Kenneth Mensah earlier in the second quarter. Of course, we hope that he would get a speedy recovery. 5 on the shot clock for MLQU in their possession. And the great defensive stop there by MAPUA, forcing that shot clock violation on the Stallions. Down to the last 3 minutes of the quarter. And MAPUA could not get away from MLQU despite making the proper stops, and a backcourt violation on Cyril Gonzalez. .14 on the shot clock for MLQU. Gregory Tolentino gives it up to Charles Burdos. Burdos making a move, driving, puts up the floater off glass. 37-31. It's down to a 6-point lead for MAPUA. They go inside here to Jamir Eligado. Drives baseline and scores. And it's an 8-point lead for the MAPUA Cardinals. Burdos gives it up here to Gabby Dino. Down to the last 2 minutes of the quarter. The floater no good for Gregory Tolentino. Here comes Cyril Gonzalez. Marked here by Charles Burdos. Shot clock down to 10 for Cyril Gonzalez. Gonzalez puts up the jumper, rattles that one in. 41-31, the biggest lead for MAPUA this ball game at 10. A minute 25 remaining. Yuki Enciso. Double team there. Trying to find an opening. Gives it up to Gabby Dino. Dino, the jumper off the back rim. And another rebound by Cyril Gonzalez. Outlet pass goes to Jamir Eligado. Tried to go there to Joshua Asuncion, but it sails out of bounds. Back in the ball game is Jadi Antonio for Gabidinho. But acting head coach J.R. Carlos calls timeout for MAPUA. We'll be back with the final 1 minute and 1 of the second period. Taguig City as we bring you the first round matchup, the round of 32 of the Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance 2024. And let's take a look quickly at the bracket. MAPUA Cardinals and MLQU will face the winners of this game will face the winner of our next matchup this afternoon, EAC versus Ames. Floater trickles in for Jamir Eligado. "40 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Down to 16 seconds on the shot clock for MLQU. Lauro de Guzman. Shot clock down to 10 for MLQU, and we have a whistle on the floor. And the foul called against Brix Reyno. Baseline inbound here for MLQU. That's a third team foul on MAPUA. June de Guzman. Shot clock down to 10 for MLQU, and we have another whistle. That's team foul number 4 on MAPUA. Cyril Gonzalez checks back into the ball game for MAPUA. 43-31, and the shot is good for June de Guzman. Brix Reyno checks out of the ball game. Down to the last 21.5 of the quarter. 1 out of 2 from the foul line for Lauro de Guzman. Game clock down to 10. Cyril Gonzalez drives, kicks it out. 5 on the game clock. Stolen away by MLQU. Another chance for the basket. And at the buzzer, it's Jadi Antonio. And at the halftime break, it's 43-34 in favor of the MAPUA Cardinals. Halftime analysis and more when we return here in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 round of 32.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond. Only with Smart Postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Mga kaligayers, tuned in to Pinoy Liga, the big dance match between the MAPUA Cardinals and the MLQU Stallions with a score 43-34. And before we proceed to the second half, beside me is the head coach of the MLQU Stallions, Sir Joshua Nicolas. Good afternoon po, sir. And thank you so much for joining me here in the half. So, we all do know that this is the first ever big dance po ng Pinoy Liga. And what made you decide to join this tournament po?
Actually, naging interested kami kasi parang first time. And kumbaga parang March Madness ng NCAA. So, naging interested kami, knockout game lahat. And doon, parang napakalaking challenge nun eh. Kasi wala nang bawian pag natalo ka. That's why sumali kami kagad nung in-invite kami.
Ayun, sir. And so far, nakita ko rin po during the first half na nakakadikit naman po yung team nyo. And ano po kaya yung necessary adjustments na kailangan gawin ng team coming into the second half?
Siguro yung magiging adjustments namin sa inside the paint. Kasi doon kami medyo binubugbog ng MAPUA. And at the same time, itatry namin na guardiahan si Gonzales. So, ayun yung magiging adjustment namin ngayong second half.
Thank you so much for that, Coach. And ngayon, binibigyan ko po kayo ng opportunity na bumati sa mga nanonood ngayon.
So, hi sa supporters ng MLQU Stallions, sa school, and especially kay Boss Rain na nagsusupport sa team namin, sa manager ng team namin. So, supportahan nyo lang kami. And kay Tita Carol pala, kasi siya yung number 1 supporter ng team. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. Once again, that is Sir Joshua Nicolas, the head coach of the MLQU Stallions. Back to you, Diego.
Very much Daphne Lozano for that interview with MLQU Stallions head coach Joshua Nicolas. At the halftime break, it's 43 to 34 in favor of the MAPUA Cardinals. The MLQU Stallions giving the MAPUA Cardinals a run for their money. As we take a look at our halftime stats, our leading scorers so far, Cyril Gonzalez with 20 points and Jadi Antonio for MLQU with 19 points. As we take a look at the field goal shooting, MAPUA far ahead, 18 out of 32 versus 11 out of 25. 3-point shooting, MLQU has been raining it on from long distance, 21-9 in the rebounding department for MAPUA, and they're able to make their living on the second chance opportunities. And now we are back live, and the block there by Sean Haven Julian on that shot attempt by Rusty Fornis. And Noel Agemenyi opens the scoring here in the third quarter. Once again, my name is Diego Del Paz, and manning the sidelines in this ballgame is Daphne Lozano. 10 on the shot clock for MLQU. And another 3 uncorked by Gabby Dino. And as we saw in the halftime stats, that is what keeps MLQU in this ballgame so far. 8-point advantage for MAPUA. Fornis gives it up to Agemenyi, launches from deep, rattles that one on the rim. And here comes MLQU. And what an attack there by Yuki and Ciso, slicing that defense like hot knife through butter. 45-39, this MAPUA lead slowly disintegrating. And it's now a 6-point ball game with MLQU white hot from beyond the arc. They could probably tie this ball game in 2 possessions. Another drive, the Pinoy step for Yuki and Ciso makes this a 4-point ball game. Nitura, skip pass to Agemenyi for 3. Bang, bang, boom! And that stops the bleeding for MAPUA, making this a 7-point ball game. A 3 to answer back. 1, 2, 3 for Gabby Dino. And what a round of 32 matchup this has been. Another 3 on the way, and a foul given up by MLQU on Noel Agemenyi. And Sean Haven Julian commits his 4th personal foul. Not a good sign for head coach Joshua Nicolas. Lucky break though, as Noel Agameni missing the front end of 3 free throws. Agameni needs to make this free throw to make this at least a 4-point ball game, and yes, he does. 49-45. Seven and a half to go here in quarter number 3. MLQU convening their lineup 2 weeks ago, giving MAPUA a run for their money. And speaking of running and gunning, Jamir Eligado scoring that one in transition. But Jadi Antonio could not answer back. And a blocking foul called against Yuki Enciso, trying to stop Cyril Gonzalez from making it to the front court. Cyrus Nitura setting up the table for MAPUA. Gives it up to Jamir Eligado. Ball tapped away by Yuki Enciso. Ten seconds on the shot clock for MAPUA. Cyrus Nitura, the jumper, makes that to drop. The midi from Nitura makes this an 8-point ball game. Three-pointer uncorked, but well off target for Yuki Enciso. Cyril Gonzalez, nice find to Agameni. Tried to make the extra pass to Jamir Eligado, but sails out of bounds. Tapped last by MLQU. Agameni losing the handle. Now here comes MLQU. 3-on-3 fast break. And what a block on that shot attempt by David James Manriza. Cyrus Nitura. Eligado kicks it out to Agameni. Agameni comes in closer. No good. And the rebound by Fornis. Fornis, nice find to a wide open Noel Agameni. 55-45. MAPUA now back in the driver's seat. The drive no good for David James Manriza. And here comes Cyril Gonzalez. Forward to Nitura. The extra pass finds Jamir Eligado for that touchdown layup. And we've got a timeout on the floor, but before we go to our timeout, let's go to our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano for this report on the MLQU Stallions.
MLQU Stallions head coach Joshua Nicolas said that even if they are viewed as underdogs coming into this tournament, we can expect them to step up to the demands of the occasion. Coach Joshua also added that despite the height mismatch, they will maximize their running game and outside shooting. So far, this has been effective for MLQU, but they still have to contain the Cardinals, especially Cyril Gonzalez and their men under the paint. Let's see if the Stallions will be able to switch things up into their favor. Back to you, Diego.
All right, thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, for that report on the MLQU Stallions. They are definitely giving MAPUA a run for their money, but MAPUA, in the last minute or two of this third quarter, they have run and gunned their way to a 12-point advantage, their biggest lead of this ball game so far. Five and a half to go here in quarter number 3. MLQU. The jumper no good for Charles Berdos. coming off their timeout. Not exactly good execution for the boys of Coach Joshua Nicolas. The drive by Cyril Gonzalez, making his beeline to the basket. Now a 14-point advantage for Mapua. Shot clock winding down for MLQU. Great passing, great find to wide open Jadi Antonio at the left corner, but we have a foul on the floor. And Rusty Fornis called for that foul. Back in the ball game is Brix Reyno, replacing Fornis. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for MLQU. The drive, the floater is good for Charles Burdos. (59-47). A dozen is the lead for Mapua here. They go to Cyril Gonzalez. And the rebound and putback is good for Brix Reyno. 61-47. Still in favor of the Cardinals. And a steal here by Cyrus Netura. Flips it up to Noel Agemenyi. And makes that layup to drop. And this game slowly getting out of hand for MLQU. Shot clock down to 12 for the Stallions. The jumper no good. Cyrus Netura saves the ball to the wrong man. That's to Gregory Tolentino. No good, and the rebound by Jamir Eligado. Two and a half remaining here in quarter number 3. Floater by Cyril Gonzalez, no go. Ooh, and down on the ground goes June De Guzman. And Cyril Gonzalez fouls Lauro De Guzman and checks out of the ball game promptly. Two minutes and 20 remaining. And Cyrus Netura, forward pass. Going into Jamir Eligado. Eligado backing down his defender and scoring over Gregory Tolentino. 65-47. Jumper from the left corner, no go for Gabidinho. And here comes Kendall Valentin. Decides to pull out, gives it to Cyrus Netura. Shot clock down to 12 for Mapua, no good. Fresh 14 for them. Netura gives it up to Brix Reyno. Now Netura dumps it down low to Jamir Eligado. Gets the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. And we are down to the last 2 minutes and 24 of quarter number 3. Bonus free throw on the way here for Jamir Eligado. Two minutes and 20 to go here in quarter number 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with MLQU. Baseline inbound here for Charles Burdos. Quick inbound and nice find underneath to Jadi Antonio. Andre Macaranas gives up that foul. (67-48) is our count. Two out of 2 from the foul line for Jadi Antonio. And here comes Mapua to their front court. Kendall Valentin gives it up to Andre Macaranas. Macaranas, hang time move, no good. And the rebound here by Joshua Pabilona. Reset here for Mapua. 3 ball on the way, no good for Joshua Asuncion. Scramble here for the loose ball, and it will go to MLQU. A minute and 45 remaining here in the third period. The drive here by MLQU, stolen away by Brix Reyno, and quickly to the fast break score by Kendall Valentin. And it's now a 20-point lead, the new biggest lead for Mapua in this ball game. And this one slowly becoming a runoff for the NCAA, one of the NCAA's top contenders. A minute and 9 remaining here in quarter number 3. Asuncion gives it up to Kendall Valentin, who buries that long bomb. 72-49. We are down to the last 50 seconds of the quarter. Jumper doesn't fall through for MLQU. And here comes Mapua, still running the break. Even with the 20-plus point advantage, that floater is good for Andre Macaranas. 25-point spread in favor of the Mapua Cardinals. Nice find underneath for Hubert Castro. Down to the last 15 seconds of the quarter. Mapua can take the last shot of the period here. They go to Joshua Asuncion, but he shuffled his feet and danced to the wrong beat. Down to the last 5.6. MLQU, another crack at the basket to end the quarter. They go to Jadi Antonio. Antonio fakes the three and doesn't make that three-point shot attempt. Loses the ball upwards. And we end the third period of play, 74-51 for the Mapua Cardinals. They are 1 quarter away from advancing here in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. Of action in our Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance round of 32 matchup between MLQU and the Mapua Cardinals. Neighbors in Manila, but definitely fierce competitors on the floor. Missed there by Kendall Valentin to start the fourth quarter of action, and Brix Reyno opens the scoring for Mapua. 76-51 in favor of the Cardinals. Shot clock down to 9, and it's 8 seconds on the shot clock here for the Stallions. And coming up next, it will be EAC Generals facing the Ames Blue Sharks. And the winner of this matchup will face the winner of that matchup. Joshua Asuncion. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They go underneath to Brix Reyno. Right corner jumper, no good. And Hubert Castro with the board. Outlet pass to Jadi Antonio against 2. Mapua defenders gets the bump, the bucket, and the chance for the bonus. A shade under 9 minutes remaining. And MLQU's chance for a Cinderella ticket into the round of 16 slowly fading into the distance. Joshua Pabilonia gives it up to Joshua Asuncion. Shot clock down to 5. The floater on the way, doesn't trickle through for Kendall Valentin. Skip pass here for MLQU to Gabidinho. They dump the ball down low, but a foul before the shot on Brix Reyno. .14 on the shot clock here for the MLQU Stallions. Gabidinho gets a screen there from Hubert Castro. 5 on the shot clock. The lefty jumper does not fall through for Gregory Tolentino. And springing free for that layup was Andre Macaranas. 78-53. And it's become a runoff here late in the third quarter and now into the fourth quarter. Near turnover for MLQU, saved by Jadi Antonio, and he gets fouled. And a holding foul on Kendall Valentin. That's a fourth personal foul on Kendall Valentin. And Jadi Antonio trying to plead his case that it was a shooting foul from beyond the arc. .45 remaining before Mapua punches their ticket to the round of 16. Jumper up and no good for Gabidinho. And Mapua and Asuncion short on that three-point attempt. Fresh 14 on their shot clock. Asuncion once again jacks up the three. Still no good. The rebound and putback no go for Andre Macaranas. Fresh 14 once again. Asuncion. 5 on the shot clock. The floater this time falls in for Joshua Pabilona. Cyril Gonzalez reinserted to the ball game, replacing Brix Reyno. Seven minutes to go in this ball game. Charles Berdos gives it up to Jadi Antonio. 10 on the 24 here for MLQU. Charles Berdos, the right corner jumper, no go. And Cyril Gonzalez gets the board. 6.5 to go. Cyril Gonzalez makes his move, pulls up. Too strong. And Cyril Gonzalez gets his own miss. And nice find underneath the basket to Ring Gold Mejia. 82-53. And this one slowly becoming a runoff. 10 on the shot clock. Shot clock at 9 seconds here for MLQU. Here's a drive by Gabidinho. Kicks it out to Yuki Enciso at the shot clock buzzer. Makes that one. 82-55. Down to the last 5 minutes and 44 of the fourth and final quarter. Shot clock down to 10. Cyril Gonzalez loses the handle, but first a foul given up by MLQU. Five and a half remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Pabilonia gets the ball back here from Joshua Asuncion. 5 on the shot clock. Cyril Gonzalez lost it on the way up. And here comes MLQU galloping their way to the basket. And the layup scored by Gabidinho. And the Mapua Cardinals call this timeout. And as we enter this timeout, let's now go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano, for this report on the Mapua Cardinals.
Despite their outstanding lead, the Mapua Cardinals is nowhere close to settling less. Coach J.R. Carlos said during their team huddle that they have to stick to their own roles to execute their plays properly. As he mentioned earlier, they are viewing this match to see where their team is currently at, to know more about their strengths and deficiencies. So far, their bigs have been scoring in the paint as well as containing the Stallions to score freely. Back to you, Diego.
All right, we are down to the last 5 minutes and 10 of this ball game. And the Mapua Cardinals well on their way to booking their ticket into the round of 16, where they will face either the EAC Generals or the Ames Blue Sharks. Acting head coach J.R. Carlos drawing up that play here. 3 missed there by Noel Agameni. Reset of their offense here. And a traveling violation on Noel Agameni. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. And it's a turnover for MLQU. (82-57). Mapua still in the lead here. Nitura gives it up to Cyril Gonzalez. Shot clock winding down for Mapua. Down to the last 7 seconds. Cyrus Nitura losing it on the way up. And here comes MLQU. Gabidinho. Cross-court pass finds its way to Yuki Enciso. Gets a defender flying. The jumper no good. 4:05 remaining before we see the formal entry of the Mapua Cardinals into the round of 16, barring a miracle of biblical and epic proportions. Nitura missing the 3. Here comes MLQU. Yuki Enciso kicks it out to Jadi Antonio. Well defended here by Noel Agameni. The drive by Antonio nearly makes that layup to drop. And he will have to earn 2 points from the foul line. 82-57 is our count. 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the ball game. Noel Agamenyi. Nitura finds its way to Cyril Gonzalez. Nitura makes his move. Tried to dump the ball down low, and it's a turnover for MAPUA. Brix Reyno could not handle that pass. A shade over 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth and final period. Shot clock down to 10, corner 3, and it falls through for Jadi Antonio. 82-61. Cyril Gonzalez makes his move, dumps it down low. The floater is good. Brix Reyno. Two and a half to go. And Rusty Fornis forces that turnover for Sean Haven Julian. Noel Agamenyi missing that three-point attempt. Here comes MLQU. Three is well short for Charles Berdos. And Cyril Gonzalez clears the rebound. And we have officially entered midnight hours of this ball game. And Cyril Gonzalez gets the hoop, the harm, the three-point play the hard way. Sean Haven Julian exits this ball game with 5 personal fouls. It will be up to Gregory Tolentino to man the low post for MLQU. Cyril Gonzalez banks the free throw in. It's 87-61. The fake, the shot, no good for Jadi Antonio, and we have another whistle, and it's a technical foul. Oh, it's on Mapua's Jamir Eligado for excessive swinging of elbows. Not exactly the kind of place you would want from your team. With a lead this big, and the team about to enter the round of 16. Cyril Gonzalez makes his move. Shot clock down to 10. Cyril Gonzalez! The hop, skip, and a step. Springing his way through to the basket. And it's Mapua's third quarter spurt that turned a 2-point advantage into a high of 24. And a near turnover there for Mapua. And the young Mapua Cardinals about to make their mark here in the Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance 2024, and the reverse layup is good for Jamir Eligado. Down to the last minute of this ball game. 45 seconds remaining, and the layup is good for Yuki and Ciso. 91-63, 28-point lead for MAPUA. Cyrus Nitura. Cyril Gonzalez. Pulls up from deep. Steph Curry range, no good. And here comes MLQU, trying to make this a respectable finish. And Charles Burdos scoring another basket, making this a 26-point ball game. And that will be it. The MAPUA Cardinals advance to the round of 16 with this 91-65 victory over the MLQU Stallions in a total team effort in the third quarter. And that's your final. MAPUA becomes the first team to advance here in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. And this is definitely a statement win for the MAPUA Cardinals, as we see some of the highlights of this ball game, including that last basket by the MLQU Stallions. And Cyril Gonzalez is our best player of the ball game in a rousing performance for the MAPUA Cardinals to open up the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 round of 32. As we take a look here, Cyril Gonzalez, that nice find underneath the basket to Ringgold Mejia. So Cyril Gonzalez not only his mark in the scoring column, but also making his mark in terms of running the offense. As we see more highlights from this ball game, this time from the MLQU side. Of course, Cyrus Nitura. Nice find there by Cyril Gonzalez underneath the basket to Brix Reno. Once again, our final score in our first match in the Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance round of 32. MAPUA 91, MLQU 65. Coming up next, it will be the battle between the Ames Blue Sharks against the EAC Generals for the right to face the MAPUA Cardinals in the round of 16. My name is Diego De La Paz, and this is the Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance round of 32. O, bigay mo na sa akin, ha? And now let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano, for our interview with our best player of the ball game from the MAPUA Cardinals, Cyril Gonzalez.
Magandang hapon mga kaliga. I am now beside the best player of the game from the MAPUA Cardinals, Cyril Gonzalez, with 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Congratulations, Cyril, on your debut game. So, this means na pasok na kayo sa next round. So, ano sa tingin mo yung dahilan ng pagkapanalo nyo ngayon?
Siguro yung depensa namin as a team. And yun, parang hustle lahat ng mga teammates ko, credit sa kanila.
Ayun, so sadly kanina meron kang teammate na na-injure which is si Kenneth. So how did you stay focused at composed pa rin kahit na nakita mo ng ganun yung naranasan ng kakampi mo?
Ni-remind ko lang yung mga teammates ko na ialay namin yung game namin para kay Kenneth. Wag namin siya i-down. Yun, parang ma-boost yung energy namin.
Once again, we wish Kenneth a speedy recovery. And meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
Binabati ko yung family ko sa Malayland, yung mga kaibigan ko and mga tita ko, sila Tita Tet, and mga kapatid ko, and sa Talikod, Island Garden City of Samal.
Once again, that is our best player of the game. Back to you, Diego.
All right, thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, for that interview with our best player of the ball game, Cyril Gonzalez. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Once again, your final score, MAPUA advances to the round of 16, defeating MLQU 91-65. My name is Diego Da Paz, and this is your Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance round of 32, where we will find out who will be number 1.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.